not dumb if it works. What's up, tubes? Welcome back. We're doing a little four-wheel project this week. And I forgot to turn on the camera, but we're going to be adding got a couple things we're doing to the four-wheeler. We have a new switch panel coming in for this thing. We're going to be replacing these toggle switches, just push buttons. So it'll be a 6-panel relay box, I guess, if you will. Makes it easier for adding accessories. So to replace this, it'll probably go up onto the dash here. It's just a small little box, backlit. And we're gonna be adding, I had an old winch here. I've always wanted a wireless remote for the winch. And this model doesn't come with one, but you can add one. And I have an old Harbor Freight winch here. And we're going to take this receiver box out to work with this. So we're just gonna tie this into the existing switch, so we can still use the thumb switch and or the remote. So that'll be nice. But sorry I started the video a little late. Already started hashing into it. I did have to trace the wire, the actual winch wire. Found it. This was it. Verified it already. It hooks into, I don't know if you can see, that little goddammit right there. We're going to splice it in here. This is going to get power by one of those available open switch panels on the switch panel. Those are supposed to show up tomorrow. No, today's Saturday. They're going to show up Monday. So yesterday they showed up, or 2 days ago, depending on when you watch this video. And we have some lights coming in because I do plow with this. Before I had just a magnetic little strobe light back here that hooked up into the cigarette lighter. This guy right here sits on the back. It's kind of a pain in the ass, especially in the winter. If I break down trying to open this up, it hinders, it hits the seat. Real world problems, right? So instead we have some new green and orange strobes that can get tucked in up under here on the side and in the back. And we're going to do it just tucked underneath the rack there. On a sidebar, did have to take this panel out just so we could get a good bird's eye view on all of the wiring. These are the main power leads, junction box for the winch. The hard part's done, just trying to trace the wires, find out where they're at. So right now we're taking the sorry about that, taking the China brand off of the relays. I want to break that rubber housing. I'll put a waterproof shrink wrap on that anyway. Here we go. That's done. Yellow. All right, there we go. That's out. That's the receiver for this remote. All right, so we are going to give this a test. Right now, obviously, it's not the prettiest. It's just for testing purposes. Using the 12 volt off of the cigarette lighter there. You got the yellow in the white, and we just jumped it in line with the switch. That's right there. Let's give it a shot. That still works. Sweet. So let's see if we have the out in the. We do. We got it right the first time. Sweet. Hell yeah. Once we get the switch panel, we'll clean everything up. This is actually going to go off of one of the open switches, so we can turn the wireless on and off when we want, so this isn't always running. So looking for a spot to run this new wire box through and trying to find a spot to set that box in. We found a spot under the frame, under the battery. That junction box will go down here. So now we're gonna start ripping out all the old wire. Instead of terminating there, we're gonna terminate it down here. forget the heat gun down at the boat, you have to use the old lady's hair dryer. It's not dumb if it works. Still have to, I forgot about this, I still have to run this winch wire back to the junction box. It's going to be placed down under here, but we've cleaned up all of the old hodgepodge wiring job that I did before. Mostly because I didn't have a nice shop to work in, I was doing it outside. Anyway, there's no excuse for a crappy wire job. Anyway, so everything's all cleaned up. No more weird, strangely loose wires. So this is the only oddball weird wire. It is coming from, it powers these LEDs up yonder. And runs up underneath here. There's a little junction up under there. Goes up way up under there. Pops up here. And then heat shrinked. And then the heat wrap to go up underneath. It's too tight spool through there. And I wanted to keep it away from anything hot. So the switch panel will need to be powered. We junctioned it here, and then we redid this reverse light here, where it goes up underneath. And everything's sighted here to hook into the junction box, which will be placed either right here. It's hard to see. Mount it here, or we're gonna mount it inside. I'll probably mount it inside, a little more protected.
2,000 years later.
Finally, after 2 days, yeah, I know, you tell them. 2 days, lost in the mail, shipping. We finally get to complete this thing. Yeah, we'll set it over here. Hopefully we get to complete it, at least get the majority of it completed. Lights. That's not the box I was expecting it to come in. Let's get this thing opened up. First of all, all right, just some plastic wrap. Woo. There we go. Switch panel. All right, and our little mini LEDs. Oh, look at those cute little things, the cute little guys. So while I'm unboxing this little guy, apparently the tubes doesn't like our festivities that we had on Saturday night. Tried 3 times. The max amount of views the short got was 2 views. No, 5 views. Auxbeam. There's our labels. There's a pretty little switch panel. Ooh. And the box I was talking about putting underneath. Oh, we got shit going everywhere. The box underneath the old seat. So like I said, this bad boy, oh, there's my other knife. This bad boy, we'll see if we can't get her mounted in here somewhere. Now those aren't watertight seals, so I may end up wrapping it in plastic. Let's get to the fun. All right, we're gonna leave a little extra. I'm not gonna zip tie everything. I'm trying to run it through and up. You probably can't see anything, but it was a joy. So I'm gonna leave extra because I don't know. I would rather have a majority of the slack underneath the dash up there. and not back here. I want everything nice and tidy and condensed. Keep any kind of weird water intrusion or anything else kind of funky. So we get everything hooked up back here, and then zip tie. I did forget, I do have to, what kind of solenoid that is. I can't read Chinese or Canadian. That's a direct power. No, can't hook into that. So I have this main lead that I'm going to have to drill a minute little hole to come up so it's nice and clean. So I'm gonna find out where to do that. Box is a little bigger than I expected. I could not get it inside here, so we fastened it to the side. I'm just gonna have to water seal the wires and the outlets and all that fun goody stuff. And then we'll clean up all that. I did get everything all zip tied here. I still have to run the positive, the accessory wire, to turn that box on up through here. I'm gonna have to add on to it, and it will plug into that little bad boy there. The wires run for the panel. The panel will actually sit right here. I'll show you that when it's done. Now we're working on the LEDs. These bad boys, I got 8 of them. I thought I got 6, but I got 8. I'm trying to figure out where to put them so they're not too conspicuous. They're inconspicuous. So we put one back here. I just got that one on. It's not too bad. Can't really see it. Doesn't like stand out in your face. We'll put one more back on this side somewhere. Don't know where. I hate to do it here because this is gonna get caked with mud and sand and all the fun remnants. So one up front somewhere. Cool if I could get 2 up here. I probably could. Just have to use my creativity. I want to try to keep it away from somewhere that it's going to get caked with dirt, mud, sand, snow, everything. I mean, it's a 4-wheeler. It's meant to be off-road. It's probably going to be underwater and in the mud sometime, but trying to make them last. We'll see. But I'll come back and show you when it's done at about 2.2 chuck rotary. All right, we got the back pretty much done. Well, I take it back. Got to wire it up. And I went against my better judgment and ended up stabbing myself in the neck. Ended up putting them back here anyway. If it fails, it fails. If it gets covered with snow and grime and mud, we'll just have to get all these wired up nice and tidy. Fails, it's my fault. Big deal. But now we're gonna get the back wired up. I don't know if I'll get the front wired up tonight or not. This may be a 2-dayer project, because I still don't know where I want to put them, where they're not gonna be obnoxious. Ow, son of a... Or just behind the grill in the front here. I don't know. Well, actually, no, I can't go low because the plow's so damn tall, you can't see it. So it has to be taller. All right. Figure that out. I think we're almost done. About 95% done. We got it all cleaned up. Box is down there on the side. Go ahead, internet, roast me. It's a lot of wires, but I think it looks pretty darn clean. Nice and clean underneath. For the strobes. Now I did the installation faux pas. Didn't test it on the way, but put it together. So, moment of truth. All right, we got lights. There's no keys on here yet, but that should be front. Works. That should be the back light. We're on. This is for the wireless winch. So now the winch is activated with the remote. That's the whip, which I rarely, never use it. And this is for the strobes. I did not get to the front. I'm not sure where I want to put those sons of bitches. Size-wise, it would fit. It would fit. But screwing in, I'm gonna go into the, I might be able to make it happen. That might not look too bad. I think that might look all right. Yeah, we might try that. Time to put this thing back together. This wire, if you saw, hanging out here, this one's gonna hang dead until the front ones come in. This is so all of the lights stay in sync. So when you change it, And this one actually changes the pattern of the lights, which will be controlled by, there's a little green button here underneath the display, the heads up there. So that will change the pattern. So we're not 100% done yet, but we're getting close. We'll get the stickers on. It's a pretty nice little backlight. The only thing I don't like, I think it's backwards, is it has an auto dimmer. So the darker it gets, the darker these get, which I think would be opposite. At daylight, I don't need it so bright. And nighttime, I do want it bright. A little backwards. Just a suggestion to Auxbeam. I don't know, I guess these are meant to be in crawlers, vehicles, trucks, cars, whatever. And they don't want it blinding people, so whatever. Pussy. All right, I'm gonna start putting the side skirts on at least. I think I'm done running wire there. I hope. Try not to F this one up. So. Now, let's not fuck this up a second time. There we go. Like butter. Oh, money, money. Nice. Tight, 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 tight. Oh, I just have one more to hook up. And I don't want to hook it up tonight. So you have the gist of the video so far. I think that's going to do it for, yeah. I think that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. We'll see you next time.
I've been giving you the worst of me. Now you wanna stay the night. Pity how you work hard for me, while forgetting how to talk. Nah, I don't like no humble beats. Just go and suss it up. Now it's time to marinate. And right after we're done, I like it when you're looking like that. Don't like it when you shit, chat shit. I like it when you're looking like that. When you look like that, don't wanna watch a bugger with a white mouth. Just like you when you're looking like that. No sweets, no rush, can't fuck my attraction. Don't think twice, I'm here for the moment. No, I like him better.
Yes. More, please.
Perfect.